What's up, guys? On this week's show,
our first look at the Predator,
Luke Cage is back in action,
and Rick and Morty for 100 years.
All that and more on this episode
of One Giant Leap for Geeks.
That's one small step for man, one giant leap for
Geeks. Welcome to another episode of OGLFG, where we talk about movies, video games, and all things in geek culture. I'm your host, Mike C. Squared. And with me is my co-host, DJ Melly Mel.
Hey!
What's going on?
Not much. Just,
chilling
hanging
like
out.
a villain.
Yep,
Yeah.
chilling like a villain. I like it.
Speaking of which, that is actually going to be a nice little segue into our first story. So, DJ Melly Mel is sad.
I am.
DJ Melly Mel is very sad.
I am.
Because her and 3 other people who were watching this show. No, I'm kidding.
Shut up.
No, I'm kidding. It had pretty decent ratings. But unfortunately, it has been announced that Gotham Season 5 will be its final season. I'm getting this from Deadline.com. Says this was around the second 11th hour renewal for Warner Brothers TV drama by Fox today. Just hours before the network's upfront presentation to tomorrow, the network also picked up Lethal Weapon, with Sean William Scott replacing original co-star Clayne Crawford.
Oh, I might actually watch it now.
Yeah, so of its 3 Fox series, only cult favorite Lucifer was canceled. Per the producers, the 5th and final season will wrap up this unique origin story of the great DC Comics supervillains and vigilantes, which revealed an entirely new chapter that has never been told. Now, you've been watching this
Since day one.
Yeah, since the first season.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how are you feeling about this?
Well, the news is striking to me. I'm just no. Although all good things must come to an end.
Sure.
Sure. I had the same reaction when Bates Motel came to an end too.
Oh, was that for a 5-season run too?
It was.
Maybe 5 is just that magic number.
Well, you don't want it to be like some of these shows where you're season 37 and
Supernatural.
The Simpsons.
Yeah, but cartoons are a little bit different because they don't have a storyline that they're following week to week. It's just kind of like we're just on crazy adventures now.
Well, Smallville went 14 seasons.
I can't deal with these super long series because I like the Netflix model of shows for 2 reasons. One, because I can watch as many episodes as I want when I want to.
Sure. At
my leisure. I don't have to be I missed it. I gotta wait for a rerun or on demand or something. 2, they keep the series episodes short or the seasons short, and they don't let them drag out for an indefinite amount of time. Because I personally feel like once you've hit probably about season 5 or 6, it's you kind of start running out of new things to do. Now, with Gotham's situation, they were kind of starting to evolve characters into the versions that we know them of, traditionally. Yes. Introducing new characters and things like that, and trying to spice things up, which that's fine. But eventually, it's okay, unless you're gonna keep the kid who's playing Bruce Wayne all the way until he's old enough to play Batman, it's eventually you got to kind of stop this shit. Which I feel like we almost had this exact same conversation, probably about 5 episodes back when we talked about Gotham, about how eventually you're gonna have to kind of wrap.
Yeah,
this shit up.
I mean, you've already played out relations with Joker and the Penguin. Or Riddler and the Penguin, I'm sorry. Riddler and the Penguin. You've already introduced characters that nobody really knows who they are. Barbara Gordon, she's just there. Or Barbara Keene. Barbara Keene Gordon.
Sure.
It's a weird character that she plays.
Well, I mean, that's his.
Because Barbara
his
Gordon
wife, right?
She was engaged to Jim Gordon in the beginning of the series. And then they didn't get married. So she went back to using Barbara Keene. And then there was rumor that she was going to be the Harley Quinn.
Interesting. She's
really not.
Okay.
Not at all, other than being a powerful bisexual blonde. That's her extent of being Harley Quinn.
Sure.
And then it bounces, she's this weird, I don't know, she's this weird character. And now she's been she was gifted by Ra's al Ghul, and then she thought she was something special. She wasn't something special. She's now heading the League of Shadows.
Really? Okay. You know, it would make sense because the League and Ra's, or however the fuck you say. I've always called him Ra's al Ghul.
They say Ra's in the show.
Yeah, because in the Christopher Nolan movies they always called him Ra's, but whatever. Who fucking knows? Either way, it makes sense that Ra's would be around because he's so old. But at the same time, again, it's kind of like my thing of like, it's like you're introducing all of the things that make Batman cool without Batman.
Right. Well, he had come in and he like had Bruce kill him, and Bruce went into this downward spiral. He was depressed. He was spending his money. He was an asshole to everybody. And then he finally gets over it, and Barbara brings him back because she thinks that he's some kind of special magical thing that she's destined to be with.
Sure.
And then Bruce has to kill him again. Because Bruce is the only one that can kill him, is how they've got it played out.
So they make him kill people in the show?
Bruce has only killed one person. It's been this Ra's al Ghul guy.
I mean, I guess you could play the semantics game of, well, he comes back. He's not really dead. But it's like, this is the main thing people complain about in these new movies with Batman, is like that he keeps killing people.
He's the only one. And you see that he's got like this great deep resentment, and like I said, it throws him into this depressive spiral. And so once he gets over that and he comes back to the realization of not being an asshole to everybody, him and Alfred have this agreement where they're like, okay, we're gonna set some ground rules now, and number one is no killing. And he's like, no killing. And after that,
see, I don't like that. I don't like the fact that Alfred has to tell him not to kill, because that's kind of what makes Bruce Bruce, is that he makes it a point to say, I'm going to go out here and try and fight crime outside of the law, but I still have the restriction of I won't go to that length to stop these people. Right. I won't kill them, because his reasoning always in the comics was, I won't kill because once I go down that path, I won't come back from that.
Right.
So for them to have him doing that in the show, I guess you could make the argument of, well, this is why he chose not to kill. I'm going to say, if I
remember correctly, it wasn't by choice. There was some kind of either falls or there's a force or something.
Okay.
He's holding this knife, and this Ra's guy.
Both times, though?
Well, the second time hasn't happened yet. So that's where they've left us.
Okay.
Now, I haven't seen this week's episode.
Okay.
Or last week's episode.
Sure.
Because it premieres on Thursdays.
Welcome to Gotham Talk, everybody.
Hey, I'm excited. I've been waiting.
Hey, no, by all means, go ahead.
We're what, 15 episodes in, give or take?
Sure.
Something like that.
You know I don't watch it, so sure, yeah.
No, I meant in our show.
Oh, no, God, no. This is episode 19.
Oh, shit. I'm behind.
Yeah.
Anyway, any day that I can talk Batman, you know I'm always...
Sure, hey.
I'm always geeky for it.
We find a way to incorporate Michael Keaton and or Batman somehow into every episode. So.
We say this as we're sitting in the room with the Batman trying.
Right, pretty much, yeah. Right behind me, Batman is like looking down upon me.
He is.
Not in a very favorable way, probably.
He's
Anywho.
Like, I'm Batman.
Yeah, so for those of you guys out there that enjoyed Gotham, it is not being canceled as of yet, but you got one more season, so get it in.
Yeah. Well, they would introduce this news to us because the season finale is coming up.
In general, which we're going to get to that, yeah, like Fox has just been going on. Yeah, we're going to talk about it. So, okay.
They're clearing house.
I guess so, yeah. So, and then I got some other unfortunate news that is DC related, kind of, sort of. This is going to be a real stretch to make this make sense. But, I mean, sure. Unfortunately, Margot Kidder has died. Now, we were just talking about off mic about how it seems like I feel almost like our show has cursed these celebrities and stuff, because I feel like ever since we started this podcast, all these people who like we either idolize or in pop culture in some kind of way just are dropping like flies left and right. Because what did you say now?
There's been we had Stephen Hawking. He was first.
Was our first one,
and then Vern Troyer was second,
and
now
Margot Kidder.
Margot, yep.
And I feel like they were only like about 2 episodes apart. So about every 2 weeks or so, just playing that some, hero from your past is probably going to die. Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
I know. You can blame us. It's okay.
That's what happens when we're, 30-somethings and we idolize these people who played heroes growing up.
But see, this is the thing. She died at 69. Like, she was not very old. But here, I'll go ahead and read the story. I'm getting this from superherohype.com. It says TMZ reports that actress Margot Kidder, of course it was TMZ, died Sunday at her home in Livingston, Montana. She was 69. Born on October 17th, 1948, the Canadian-born actress was best known for playing intrepid reporter Lois Lane opposite Christopher Reeve in the original 1978 Superman feature film. From Richard Donner, Kidder reprised her role in the 3 Superman sequels that followed. Kidder also made a name for herself by starring in cult classic horror and thriller films, including as Siamese twins Danielle and Dominique, Blanchione, I guess, and Brian De Palma's sisters, plus the slasher film Black Christmas in 1974. And starring in the original The Amityville Horror opposite James Brolin. I've never seen the original, actually. I should look into that.
I think the only one I've seen is the one with Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah, that was the most recent one, I think. She apparently appeared in feature films The Red Maple Leaf and The Neighborhood. The actress also had an extensive career in television in addition to her movie appearances, including episodes of Murder, She Wrote, Touched by an Angel, The Outer Limits, Law & Order, Special Victims Unit, and even appearing in the Superman-based Smallville. Some readers may also remember her from voicing Gaia in the 90s animated series Captain Planet and the Planeteers. That is awesome. I didn't know that.
Oh my god, I didn't know that either. But before I lose it.
Sure.
I play this little trivia game show on, it comes on like 3 times a day and you play and you win money, whatever. It's kind of cheesy and lame. The questions are basically Jeopardy-like questions. You just randomly
you have
answer.
To answer in the form of a question?
No, you just answer. They give you a multiple choice and you just pick an answer.
Sure.
So one of the questions tonight, they were playing the final show and one of the questions was, what is the final element that brings Captain Planet alive? And I was totally geeked about this question. The answer was heart.
Of course.
That was the only one that they didn't have.
Of course.
But like they listed out all the other, the earth, wind, fire. And I was totally geeking out and Tyler was like, what the fuck is Captain Planet?
He doesn't know what Captain Planet is? Oh, God.
I said...
Your childhood was terrible.
That's what I told him. But I was totally excited. I was like, why couldn't I make it to this question? I had, tapped out the round before.
Sure.
So I had missed the...
What is this game? What is it called?
It's called The Cast Show.
Okay, yeah, because I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about, and our listeners probably
I
like...
kind of found it, like, I was looking for trivia games in the Play Store, and it's free, and you have an opportunity to win money, I guess.
Sure. Hey,
I'm up to like 35 cents.
Hey, there you go. Sure.
And you just add it up until you got enough to cash out, and they send it to your PayPal. So it's kind of cool. So shout out to The Cast Show.
Yeah, hell yeah. Shout out Cash Show. Thank you.
But yeah, I was totally hit my 90s inner geekdom right there. I was like, yes, Captain Planet. Okay, anyways, I'm sorry about Margot.
Totally lost my spot.
You were talking about how
she she was Gaia in the 90s animated series Captain Planet and the Planeteers. Kidder won an Emmy Award for her appearance on an episode of R.L. Stein's The Haunting Hour. She is survived by her daughter, Maggie McGuane, and 2 grandchildren. So, yeah. They did not give a cause of death yet.
Okay.
Now, I did pick up this story yesterday. I don't know if they have officially given a cause of death since then. But I talked about this with my girlfriend off mic, and I had said, it was surprising to me how young she still was when she passed, but then at the same time, I know that Margot Kidder had, I know she had some mental health issues. I think that she might have had some substance abuse issues as well.
Okay.
So, I mean, she lived a pretty, hard life in her earlier years, and, maybe they're just finally catching up to her.
It could be. I mean, that's what happened with Vern Troyer. His was basically self-induced,
how he survived as long as he did.
Right.
Just with the dwarfism and stuff like that anyway, let alone being a hardcore, drug and alcoholic.
Sure.
Like, jeez. I was going to say, I'm sure he was probably fun to party with, though.
I bet.
I am callous and insensitive as shit. It's horrible. Okay, so R.I.P. Margot Kidder, Vern Troyer, and Stephen Hawking. We're sorry we killed you guys. I guess.
And in 2 weeks, we'll see who.
Right. We'll see who croaks, and and episode 21, we'll see who's dead by then. All right, so
all playing aside,
right. All kidding aside, prayers to the families. Sorry for your loss. It sucks.
Right. Moving on.
Well, this is going to be an awkward segue. So, this will be our Infinity War update.
All right,
because
let's hear it.
Infinity War is still making its victory laps, and god damn it, that movie is making all the fucking money. So, as of now, it is the highest opening movie in China ever.
Wow.
Of anything. It is also probably guaranteed to make $2 billion at this point.
Oh, I believe it.
They're at like $1.6 billion right now, and it's only been out for 3 weeks.
Damn.
And it is the highest or the fastest movie to reach $1 billion ever. So I'm like, they're yeah. And it still is in like the mid 80s on Rotten Tomatoes, which I
That's
personally
a good thing,
feel,
by the way, for any of those of
Sure.
you that don't know.
Yeah, certified fresh. I feel that the score should be higher, but that's my own personal bias.
Sure.
I mean, after what happened to Spider-Man at the end, spoilers for anybody who hasn't seen
our previous
Infinity
show
War.
or
Yeah. So, okay, real quick sidebar.
shows, I should say.
So, I was watching this YouTube channel. Now, a lot of our listeners may probably know who these guys are, and if you don't, if you like movie reviews and sarcasm and jokes and shit, you need to go listen to them. But they are from Red Letter Media.
Okay.
It's called Half in the Bag, and basically they do kind of like little sketches and stuff about being repairman and stuff like that, and they're at this guy's house, and instead of repairing his VCR like they wanted him to, they're just talking about movies. So, and it's a funny little thing.
His VCR.
Yeah, right. It's very like, yeah, the whole concept. He's supposed to be like this old dude who's out of touch with everything.
Oh my god,
it's hilarious though. But one of the guys on Half in the Bag, he was talking, and he says, that the movie wasn't all that, depressing or whatever, because the one guy said it was a very depressing ending and it was very sad. He was like, well, it wasn't that really depressing, because, we all know these characters,
right.
Not all of them, but most of them are going to come. They're not killing Black Panther and Spider-Man, guys. Like, they're just not.
The original 6 are still there.
Yeah. Which makes sense, because it's like, well, if we're going to finally get rid of them, then we need to go ahead and bring it full circle with the original team and, have them be the ones to have to sacrifice or whatever.
Oh, you fell down that YouTube rabbit hole too?
Yes, I did. But he made a comment to that after he said, the movie wasn't all that depressing. And he goes, not that depressing. He's like, the movie ends with Spider-Man saying, "Oh God, I don't want to die. Don't let me die." He's like, while he's turning to ash in Tony Stark's arms, he's like, it was very depressing. And I was like, yeah, I agree, because I cried like a bitch when the moment he said, "Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good," I was like, no. And then another rabbit hole I fell down was I went and started watching audience reactions to the movie, where like they just had their phone out, just recording like people, and it would like come up on the screen. It would just say, and Groot dies, and you'd hear a crowd like, oh, no, and like Black Panther died. I heard a woman like scream in the audience. She was like, it was the craziest shit. Sorry for your ears, guys.
Oh my god!
But it was the craziest shit ever. She screamed like bloody murder when T'Challa died. And then when Spider-Man was starting to go, you could just hear people and they get like, no.
It isn't so.
Oh man, which I'm upset, because I love going to the movies. I mean, some people don't. I know, guys, we're going on a tangent. You should be used to this. I love going to see movies in a movie theater.
Right.
I'm a traditionalist when it comes to that. Sure, I like watching stuff at home and convenience.
It's not
and
the
shit.
same.
But I like going to see movies in a movie theater because I like the experience of watching a movie with an audience.
Yeah.
I like to have people around me to react to stuff, and then we kind of have this group experience together and share this moment and have this thing, and then we all get to react to it together. That's the fun of it for me.
Except for that one guy when we went to see Infinity War.
Yeah. But other than that, usually I have pretty decent experiences, and I like to have an active, exuberant audience. So when I am watching a movie and there's like twists and shocking things happening is I like to be in a room where people are reacting to it audibly, where they're out loud going like, oh my God, what is happening?
Sure.
Yeah, and that's cool to me. So, our theater was just like dead silent almost. It was a couple people talking here and there and reacting to stuff. But
I think most of the reaction came from you and me.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I feel like I was talking through the movie, but I was commenting on the movie, not just like sitting over there going like, yeah, so what are we having for dinner after this?
Right.
What time is this shit over with? Anyway.
No, you were on the end of the aisle and I was in the middle of the aisle, and I think that
what we need to start doing, seriously, when we go on these group movie, adventures, which we gotta go see Deadpool 2 soon. Anyway, when we go on these things, me and you are sitting next to each other next time.
We'll put our significant others
we'll put them on the outside, because I'm like, they don't
like,
talk about the movie or anything, so it's like, I'm always like looking past Tyler like, oh, did you see that? I always feel bad. But anyway, so on back to Infinity War.
Yes.
So yes, it, like I said, at this point, it is almost guaranteed to make $2 billion. I don't know if it's ever going to knock Avatar out of the top spot for highest grossing of all time.
It might come in second, though.
But yeah, if it can get in second, that's I mean, everything is done up to this point is great. Like this is unprecedented, really, at this point.
Speaking of Infinity War, kind of, sort of, I saw a commercial today talking about how Solo's supposed to be the movie of the summer. Yeah. I don't see Solo outshining Infinity. I don't see Solo outshining Black Panther.
No.
Let alone getting past Infinity War.
If Solo makes $1 billion.
Yeah, I don't see it happening.
Solo, look, I'm putting right here today. You hear it is May 15th, 11:38 p.m. You heard it from Mike C. Squared on One Giant Leap For Geeks. If the Solo A Star Wars Story makes $1 billion at any point, I don't care its entire run. If it gets to $1 billion, I will eat my shoe. No shit. Okay, maybe not the whole thing. Maybe I'll like cut off a small piece of it.
Get you a lace.
Yeah, just like a teeny tiny piece. Yeah, but I will eat my fucking shoe. That movie is not making $1 billion.
Get you one of them cheap dollar store flip flops.
Like hell no, that movie ain't making $1 billion. I don't give a damn how many times people go and see that shit. That movie is not making $1 billion. It is not fucking happening. The fact that Black Panther made $1 billion is great, but is shocking because it's a good movie. Is it $1 billion movie? I don't know about all that, but hey, maybe. I'm glad people enjoyed it. It's like, hey, keep going and seeing it, support it all you want,
or go see it on VHS or DVD.
Right now on Blu-ray.
It is out. I passed the video store. Okay. We still have a video store that is currently.
Oh yeah, we still have one too.
A lot of places don't.
Yeah.
People are like, Blockbuster? What the fuck is Blockbuster?
Right. Yeah, if you're under 18, you probably don't know what the fuck Blockbuster is.
Y'all don't know what a video store is.
Yeah. I mean, vaguely, but yeah.
I feel like this ancient thing. Anyway, we have Family Video in our area. And we passed it today, and it always shows the new releases.
Sure.
I think it released Friday.
Yeah.
I think they set the new releases Friday. And Black Panther was up there. And I'm like, well, that's pretty ironic because it's still in theaters, also in our area, up the road.
I feel like they pushed the date up a little bit. I think, they said, well, it's hot right now. Infinity War's coming out. Why not ride this wave of success and go ahead and throw the DVD out now? Because it just came out in February.
Yeah.
I'm like, 3 months ago,
Yes.
So yeah. So for the fact that it's already out on DVD is crazy.
I really am impressed with the speed at which we get things out onto DVD nowadays.
Yeah.
People that go to the red box, they still got to wait, a month and a half or so till it hits the red box.
Sure.
But things are going from theater to DVD very quickly. And not just like these B-list, C-list movies, Sharknado 6 straight to DVD. No. These are big name movies.
Sure.
And they're lasting a long time in the theater, but they're also going to DVD real quick.
Oh, yeah.
These movie companies.
The turnaround is really fast now. And I like that, too, because I remember when I was younger, God, man, it felt like it'd be a whole year between a movie being in theaters and a movie coming out. Like, it was like, oh, shit, I forgot that came out by the time, like, it's like on VHS. It's like, oh, wow, shit.
And, I think we're showing our age here a little bit.
Yeah, I know. We keep bringing up VHS and video stores, and I say these old motherfuckers. Anyway, so just a couple more points on Infinity War. It is also already, I haven't checked today, but it is the number 5 highest grossing movie of all time. So it's in the top 5 already.
No.
It is also the highest grossing superhero movie
I believe
ever.
it. I believe it.
So it's not the highest grossing movie, but as far as like superheroes, movies, hands down, which that was going to be a given. Mm-hmm. I need to see it again though. Like,
I got invited to see it again.
I put in my show notes that I was like, I need to go see it before Deadpool 2 comes out. That's probably not going to happen.
No.
But I need to see it in IMAX, and if I don't see it before Deadpool 2 comes out, that's what's going to be playing on the one IMAX screen in its entire goddamn like 300-mile radius. But anyway, I did want to kind of throw this in there. If anybody's been following the whole Disney buying Fox thing, Comcast made a cash bid to buy Fox from underneath Disney. I think like they offered more than what Disney was offering, and it would be in cash, so it would be all upfront money right now.
Oh, okay.
But
I wish somebody make me a cash offer
right,
like
I know.
that.
But honestly, Fox would be fucking stupid to not take the deal with Disney, because Disney is offering them stock options. Or just stocks like in the company.
Sure.
As opposed to, so it'd be like $65 billion in stocks as opposed to actual money. Which, yes, it sucks that it's not money, but the Disney stock is worth more than actual money. It's crazy to say this.
Going everywhere.
Yeah, and they're only, increasing in their value. So I would much rather have stock in Disney than $100 billion. Like, I don't need any. Well, because
you could sell stocks whenever you're
right, and probably be more valuable than what you purchased them at. So so that's kind of a thing that's kind of going on behind the scenes. But it's like with Infinity War being as successful as it is, with Black Panther being, they have already, it is only May, and they've already put out 2 movies that have made $1 billion.
Yep.
DC can't put out a movie that makes $800 million, let alone $1 billion. Oh, God. I'm not going to go into a rant about that. We're done. The segment's done. Go ahead. No, go ahead. You want to say something?
No, just...
No?
Nope.
Okay.
We'll go at it another time.
All right. You know what's funny, too, a little in-between segue sidebar, is I almost, because it was such a slow news week, and everybody's kind of staying out of the way. Infinity War and Deadpool, and then Solo's coming out next weekend. So these movies are like going to be coming now. But I almost, because of a lack of good topics to find this week, I almost had you finally
do my Batman rant.
Right, talk about why Batman is shitty. I had a thumbnail made up and everything, but then I came across this. So sorry. But it is coming soon. It is coming soon, because and as well too, I wanted to give you an opportunity to come up with your points, make your argument, because you finna catch some shit. I don't know if you ready for this yet.
I will even rewatch them.
Okay. Now don't go rewatch it and be like, oh, it's great now.
No.
What did you tweet out?
I had tweeted.
Shout out to DJ Melly Mills Twitter at Froggy Beaver.
Yes. Sitting at home, and I'm like, man, I was bored. Ty was at work. And I'm like, I'm going to sit and I'm going to watch every single superhero movie that's ever been out, on the exception of The Punisher, and there was one more. It was like The Punisher and one other one.
Yeah.
I figured it out. It would be 113 hours for all DC movies and Marvel movies.
Wow.
If it was like 82
now,
something for Marvel and 28 for DC.
Now, and you're talking even stuff that's not in the cinematic universe. You're talking like the original Spider-Man movies, the Fantastic Four. Oh, wow.
All of it.
So there's this guy, shout out to Captain Logan. There's a guy on YouTube. He has a channel. It's called Geekvolution. And I watch his stuff like all the time. He has a show on his channel called Superhero Rewind.
Okay.
And the whole point of the show is he said he would watch and review every superhero movie ever made.
Okay.
So when you said that, I was like, oh, God. I was like, yeah. And he's done like all the old ones just about, and then he started doing animated movies and stuff like that. But he does wait when the newer ones come out, like about a year before he'll do it on Superhero Rewind.
Sure.
But still, yeah, no, he's been doing that show for a couple years now. So
I might have to check that out.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what the tweet said. It said, I really want to sit down and have a massive comic book movie marathon. Like, I'm talking nearly everything. Only exclusions are the Hulk and the Punisher movies.
Why are you hating on the Punisher movies?
He's just not a fan of mine. I'm not a fan of his.
You don't get to pick what superheroes are worth your time or not. You said
yes,
every
I
superhero
do!
movie. No. And why are you hating
nearly.
on the Hulk?
Just the comic-y...
The Ang Lee Hulk?
Yeah, that weird
the
one.
that came out before Incredible Hulk.
Yeah. Incredible Hulk was included in there.
Yeah, where they literally tried to make the movie into a comic book with panels and shit.
That gets on my nerves.
It was like, man, I remember when I
It could have been a good movie
what they were gonna
had they not done that.
Sure.
Well, a decent, okay, something I'd watch
they
more than once.
They lost me when the Hulk was fighting Hulk dogs. That's when they lost me. Okay, so you remember that?
It's been so long since I've seen that movie.
There's like a bulldog, a poodle, and something else that gets turned into like hulking versions of themselves. Like they get whatever the shit that makes Bruce the Hulk.
Okay.
And he fights dogs in a forest. Yeah,
I definitely don't remember that.
Bad.
It was hard to follow with that comic booky thing.
Yeah, those panels and transitions.
The panels. Anyways, the tweet further goes to say that's 84.22 hours of just Marvel and 28.78 hours for DC. 113 hours total.
Now, are you only counting like traditional contemporary superhero movies, like characters from DC and Marvel? Because are we counting Spawn? Because he's not.
Nope, we didn't. I didn't count Spawn.
Are we counting Meteor Man? Because he's just a made up superhero.
Nope, I didn't count him.
Hancock.
I think I did throw Hancock.
See, because Captain Logan, he reviewed them bullshit ass
Yeah,
movies.
I think I threw Hancock in there.
Steel with Shaq.
Nope. I was counting mainly just DC and Marvel.
Okay.
But I did include, Ghost Rider and Daredevil and Green Lantern, and even though they all have shitty reviews.
No, they're bad movies, yeah.
I even included them.
Oh, look at you being inclusive.
Hey, I like those movies.
Yeah. It's be the change that you want to see in this world. That's right.
That's it. Anyways.
All right, moving on. So, the indomitable Shane Black, or as apparently the rest of the world knows him, the director of Iron Man 3. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, no, don't get me wrong. Shane Black is a great writer, and he's a pretty good director, too. I enjoy his movies. He wrote, I think, the first 2 Lethal Weapon movies, the original Predator. Obviously, he directed Iron Man 3. and all this other shit. And I'm like, I like him, but I don't think he's a big enough name for people to, like, know.
That's probably why they just put the director of Iron Man 3.
And plus, too, with Infinity War coming out and everything else, they like, hey, any way we can attach ourselves to Marvel with this shit, we're gonna. It's from the director of Iron Man 3 comes Predator. And it's like... That's supposed to make me excited for this. I was like, a lot of people don't like Iron Man 3. I am not one of them. I like that movie. People get mad about the Mandarin twist and all that. And I'm like, I don't fucking care. I didn't even fucking care about who I thought that the Mandarin was like going to be a terrible villain in the first place. Now, I did like what they were doing with him. But then when the twist came, it kind of was annoying because I was like, oh, well, this is the thing y'all have built up this whole movie, but he's not really the villain. And then, when it comes, I got over it and I still enjoyed the rest of the movie.
Yeah.
Whatever. Anyway, they are finally trying to make a sequel to the first and second Predator movies. Now, so
it is a sequel.
Yeah.
I was watching that trailer and I'm like, wait a minute. The way that the kid was talking it sounded like a sequel.
Yeah.
But it also looked like it could have been a remake
or reboot or something.
Or something, and I wasn't
Origin
sure.
Story prequel.
Yeah.
But no, they basically. They've made more Predator movies. They've made a lot of Predator. They've made Alien vs. Predator, Alien vs. Predator 2, Predators, all kind of stuff. So, but I think this is going to be like the first direct sequel to the sequel.
So this is like a continuation. So this is essentially 3.
Pretty much, yeah. Because the first Predator movie, which was written by Shane Black, that has Arnold Schwarzenegger in it.
Right.
The second Predator movie, the main character is, don't fuck it up, Danny Glover. I said don't fuck it up because I always call him fucking Donald Glover every goddamn time. And I'm like, no, not Childish Gambino. I'm too old for this shit, dude. Not the other black dude named Glover, D. Glover. Yes, not Danny
Glover.
Yes,
not
Donald
Glover,
but Danny. Yes,
gotcha.
I remember I used to make a joke. I was like, I wonder if they're related.
Maybe.
I mean, how many black dudes in Hollywood got the last name Glover that got a D for his name? Anyway, so this one seems like it's picking up after the second one. Now, I don't know how much time has passed in between these movies chronologically or whatever, but I think they're going to kind of ignore the shit from the other Predator movies that came out after 2. They're like, we're just going to pretend now that stuff didn't happen and just kind of keep going from there.
It's like they did with the Michael movies, the Halloween movies.
Yeah, don't even get me started. Anyway, I will say this does look interesting.
They're not related, by the way.
Okay. Thanks for that.
Had to clear it up.
Right, because our listeners are probably like, are they related? I don't know. Let's see whose Google fingers are faster, yours or DJ Melly Mel's. Anyway, I think from what the little bit they showed, because it is a teaser trailer, and they showed a decent amount for a teaser trailer to pique my interest, but not enough to really give me an idea of what the story is per se. But it just from the looks of it looks like they're going back to like the suspense horror route from like the first. The first Predator is kind of like a horror action movie. The second one leans more towards horror than action.
Yeah,
and it looks like they're trying to kind of get back to their roots with this and make the Predator scary again. And it's not like this just a bunch of explosions shit, which there are plenty of explosions.
Yeah,
but it looks like there's going to be kind of like a horror movie slant to it. I want this to be good. I like the concept of the Predator where he's basically like a hunter, like they're a race of alien hunters and they go off and they hunt exotic prey. So they go from planet to planet and they find whoever they feel is the most worthy of their hunt and then they go and kill them. And then they take shit as souvenirs and prizes or whatever, and then that's just how the movies go.
Right.
In this one, it seems like they've kind of changed it to where like Olivia Munn's in this as well, and she has a line where she says the Predators have been moving from planet to planet and they've been evolving, like they're taking elements from different species and like integrating it into themselves and trying to upgrade or whatever. And that sounds cool until you get to Earth and it's like, what are you going to take from us to make you better?
Snort some Tide Pods.
Right. Oh, God. You're snorting condoms, eating Tide Pods, setting yourself on fire, spraying aerosol deodorant till your goddamn skin melts off. Yeah, no. We got all kind of jewels for you.
Be like, honey,
here.
you just want to skip our planet. You don't want none of this. Trust me.
I'm almost to the point where I'm like, maybe they're just upgrading and then they're coming back to show us all the cool shit they can do to kill us with. Because I'm like, they cannot seriously be like humans. Yes, we must get the intellect of the humans or the ingenuity or something.
Kind of play it off when they did the second Independence Day. You know how their tagline was, we had 20 years to prepare. So did they.
Yeah, now they're back. Yeah.
Now they're back kind of thing. And that's kind of what I got the vibe from when she said that line, is that they were going around collecting things to make themselves better.
Maybe because... Now, it's been a really long time since I've seen the second Predator movie, but I believe the way that one ends is that Danny Glover... Did I do it right? Okay. Danny or Donald?
No, Danny.
D. Glover. I'm pretty sure he kills the Predator at the end, and then he's like inside their ship, and like some other Predators show up, and he thinks that they're going to kill him, but they let him live as a show of respect because he was able to kill one of them.
Right.
So they let him leave and let him live.
Maybe they're because they weren't for him.
Yeah, sure. Because the whole thing, like I said in the beginning, they're hunters. They're not just killing for the sake of it. It's like a big game hunt to them. So, the fact that a human was able to fight back and fight them off, they were like, you know what? Hats off to you, tip of the hat.
Sure, we'll give you 30 years, but we come back for you ass when you're old.
It's like, good sport, old chap, and then they just floated away or whatever, and they were yeah, you guys know my impersonations are fucking terrible. I can't do the Predator sound. I can't do the Chewbacca sound. None of that shit. But it has like an interesting cast of people, I suppose. We got Olivia Munn, Sterling K. Brown, who, for those of you who may not know just the actor's name, he's the adopted brother from This Is Us. He's Killmonger's dad and Black Panther.
Okay.
Yeah. He's been in a bunch of other stuff too, but he's in this. Speaking of the Punisher, Thomas Jane is in this.
Okay.
Jake Busey, which I'm like, holy shit, what fucking rock was Jake Busey hiding under? I ain't seen him in something in a long time. Edward James Olmos, and the most random of the cast, Keegan-Michael Key is in this movie. You didn't see that shot where he was talking about the Predator took out your crew of mercenaries, and they cut to Key looking all scared and shit.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, he's supposed to be a mercenary? I was like, get the fuck out of here, man. I was like, y'all have a better job of convincing me Donald Trump was the Pope. Like, what the fuck? I was like, yeah. So, I mean, who knows? I'm sure there's going to be comedic elements to it. Like, Shane Black's pretty good for writing, some snarky, sarcastic-y kind of humor. Like, I like his sense of humor in his films. But you have not seen any of the Predator movies, right?
No.
So just watching this without having any context to anything, what did you think about it?
I mean, it very much had the 90s vibe to it. Like I said, it kind of reminded me of the Independence Day Part 2.
Okay.
With the aliens, and they come back, and, you got this cocky, fast-witted kid, and he's making jokes while the guy's interrogating him, and he's like, well, aren't we mercenaries? Don't you think that that's the point of us being a threat?
Mm-hmm. Which, it was a little interesting how it opened up with the kid opening the box, the package. And I think what it's trying to imply is that there was a crash landing. They got the gear and brought it, and he was on a mission or something somewhere. Mm-hmm. Alien crash landed. He collected some shit from the spaceship and then sent it home before he got there.
Right.
The son saw the package and wanted to open it, because I don't think he sent that shit to his son. I think the son just opened a package that was addressed to his dad.
Maybe.
That came to the house, and that's how he opens up the shit. But I think that the trailer is being deceptive on what they're trying to show, because they show the kid with that little device, and he's
spaceship.
going like, sheep, and crashing, and then they show the real spaceship crashing, like it's remote controlled from that thing or something. But I think they're being deceptive. I don't think those two scenes are happening simultaneously.
No, I
because I think that crash happens before.
Yeah, I think,
and
it's
that's how the dad gets the shit.
Back.
Yeah, and then he sends it to the son, and I think that they just cut it together that way to make it like more suspenseful for the trailer. Yeah, or I could be wrong. Maybe it is controlling the ship. Who knows?
We'll have to find out.
Right, I was gonna say, I'm like, that's some hellified remote control driving and shit. It's like,
well, when we see the little kid and he's playing with the little spaceship, it looks like it's set 90s ish, because I mean he had some older toys, and then when this actual spaceship crashes.
Yeah, because he was playing with blocks and shit.
He had blocks and Lincoln Logs.
Maybe this will be set in an earlier time period.
I think it just flashes, because when the old guy's interrogating the kid, that's more of a modern kind of thing. So I think the kid that opens the package is the kid that they're interrogating later on.
Oh, see, I figured that was his dad.
Yeah.
Because I'm almost certain that it is, because they do show.
Okay. I just thought the kid looked the same. He had
kinda
similar facial features, and he had the same color hair.
Sure.
Could have been him.
There's a scene towards the end where Olivia Munn, they have like the red laser pointer that the Predator is like 3 little dots on her. She's hiding that kid behind her during that scene.
Oh, okay.
And she's talking to the one guy earlier in the movie, because she's the one explaining like the revolving. So that's why I'm like, I think it's his son. Though, I act like there's no way to find out. But the kid's name is Jacob Tremblay.
Okay.
And he's playing Rory McKenna. And the main guy... his name is Boyd Holbrook, and he is Quinn McKenna.
Okay, so maybe
Quinn
it is
and
his
Rory
dad.
McKenna. Yeah, so yeah, I'm assuming that's his son. Okay, but just in general, it doesn't give you a lot to go off of. The premise seems like it could be kind of silly, but then again, a movie about a big purple man with a bunch of, glowing rocks that can snap his fingers and destroy half the universe is a silly concept too, but they made it work. So, hey, you can, at this point,
We kind of live in the realm of geeky and silly.
Yeah.
They kind of coexist.
Anything is possible at this point.
Sure.
That is the moral to this story, kids. If you do it the right way, you can make anything good and you can make anything make sense. Just not if you're DC, apparently. Sorry, shots fired.
I knew it was
Shots
coming.
fired. Shots fired.
I knew it was
Shots
coming.
fired. Sorry. Hey, man, get y'all shit together. I have said over and over again, when I did my worst things of 2017, I talked about Justice League, and I'm like, this should not have happened. These Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman are the greatest superheroes to ever be put to paper, and this is what y'all are doing with them. Like, you fucking it up, man.
Can I sidebar to last week?
Sure.
I didn't get a chance to bring this up, but our special guest had said that DC's Justice League was his favorite superhero movie, and I about
Shots
threw
fired,
the
Seamus.
phone.
Seamus,
I
I'm
was
sorry
like,
if you're listening to
Seamus,
this.
man, come on.
Yeah, no.
He's like, but I haven't seen Infinity War. Okay, that's great. However,
Yeah.
there are 18 other Marvel movies to pick from, and Justice League is your favorite.
in
Now,
real talk, I got to... Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
we all know Batman's my man,
Sure.
but I don't think you could pay me enough to say that Justice League was my favorite superhero movie. And my mother is not, she watches them, but she's just like, yeah, okay, just another superhero.
It's just another movie. Yeah.
She even said that Justice League sucked.
Yeah, it's not a good movie. It's
Sorry,
really not.
Seamus.
Though, it doesn't seem like Seamus probably watches as much of this kind of stuff as we do. So, Sorry, man. I didn't mean to turn the whole segment into just like ragging on your movie choices.
I'm sorry.
Hey,
I'm
no,
sorry.
we appreciate you coming on the show. And you
Absolutely.
were great, and we'd love to have you back.
Anytime.
Sorry,
But
man.
he liked the Christopher Nolan Batmans, and
Hey, no. I like those
I know,
to
I
a
know.
degree. But I
I
understand
think it's
your
just
issues
me.
with it.
I think it's just me.
No, it's not just you, because actually in preparation for the show that never actually happened, I was thinking about going ahead and bringing up some other videos and articles that people have put out saying how overrated the Dark Knight is, or how the Christopher Nolan Batman movies ruined Batman and this, that, and the other. So you're not the only one. It's a niche group, but you're not the only one. But we'll get there. We'll get there.
You have to remind me when that show is so that I can go back and make sure I watch everything so that I got my facts straight.
Which show?
The one where I hate on the Christopher Nolan Batmans.
Okay. I got you.
I got to go
Okay,
watch
no,
Justice
I
League
will,
again, and I
I
got to
will
go watch those
preemptively
three.
pick a episode further into the future.
Got to give me a
and-
little bit of a warning.
Yeah. No, I got you because I want you, because I'm telling you, man,
Because it's been...
you are going to catch so much internet hate for this shit,
I know.
so you better get your argument down for
Got to
this.
get my gold bracelets ready.
Because, man, and you hated on Heath Ledger's Joker, and you know that's a no-no. That is blasphemy, what you just said. So
If you could see the eye roll that I just did, the commercial where the guy's, I don't know, mowing the lawn, and the teenage girl comes out, and she's like, why don't you just take me to so-and-so's house? And he's like, no, I'm busy. She just rolls her eyes and walks away.
Mhm.
He's like making a pool or something. I don't even know what insurance, maybe.
Sure, probably.
Whatever.
State
Anyways,
Farm.
Your typical teenage eye roll. That is what I just did.
Gotcha. All right, moving on. Now this is a callback to what I was saying earlier about Fox being on a goddamn bender right now. Like, okay, so Fox is just going through with a fucking hatchet and just been canceling just everything under the sun left and right. Like, it is ridiculous how many shows have been canceled in the last week by Fox. And one of the unfortunate tragedies of that was Lucifer. So, again, sorry guys, but I'm getting this story from comicbookmovie.com. It says Lucifer is just the latest casualty in an especially brutal week for several Fox series, as its cancellation comes hot on the heels of fellow fan favorites Brooklyn Nine-Nine, The Mick, and Last Man on Earth, Also receiving the axe yesterday, in addition to Lucifer, the network has also announced the cancellation of The Exorcist earlier this afternoon. And then they're doing, Gotham is their next season's their final season. I wonder if this shit is in like preparation for this is not part of the article, by the way. I wonder if this is like preparation for like the Disney takeover, where they're like, y'all got to get rid of all this bullshit, make room for all this Marvel money we finna bring in.
Maybe even if Disney does take over Fox, they can't have something like Lucifer.
Sure, but see, I thought that this would be a good example for Disney to branch out into some darker stuff. Because then they can have this channel that's not a part of the Disney channel and be like, hey, this is Disney Adult or Disney After Dark. Ooh, I like that.
Disney After Dark.
Disney After Dark. Yeah, no, I don't know what that was.
I love it.
I don't know if that's making you hard and or wet, listeners, but there you go. Anyway, the article goes on to say, following the cancellation, furious fans took to Twitter to express their disappointment, and a hashtag Save Lucifer campaign begun to pick up some major steam and is currently the #1 trending topic worldwide on the social media platform. They want that show back. Now, what's funny about this whole thing is, like I said in the article, Brooklyn Nine-Nine also got canceled, but NBC swooped in and snatched that shit up within hours of its announcement of being canceled. They was like, what? Who? Okay, all right, we on our way. We're free to come get it.
We got you.
But, honestly, if they do bring Lucifer back, if some show does pick them up, it'll probably be going to the Warner Brothers streaming service once that finally gets up and running, because it is a DC-ish property and stuff. So It's like, yeah, I think so. I think it's based off a graphic novel of some kind, or I could be totally wrong. I think it is, but I could be wrong. I think
dig into it.
Either way, though, still, it would make sense. Even if it doesn't have to be DC, if as long as it's Warner Brothers owned, keep your shit. Keep it in house. I was thinking, since it was the #1 trending thing internationally, I'm like, we need to jump on that. Honestly, I've never even seen an episode of Lucifer. I secretly just put this in here to just have a reason for us to talk about the show, because we need to jump on that hashtag Save Lucifer fucking bandwagon, because we need to get some more listeners. And I figure, hey, this is trending, so it's like, hey, I can post my episode and be like, hashtag Save Lucifer. And then get us in that trending wave, which it probably won't do anything.
You know what?
We'll get half of
that. Actually gets me thinking.
Ooh, I can see her gears turning. If you listen real close, kids, you can hear it.
There's a wrestling pay-per-view coming up shortly.
Sure.
A couple weeks or so.
Sure.
Those are usually big trending.
That is true.
If we could send out a tweet and kind of work the two together.
There are so many wrestling podcasts who like and retweet our stuff. And thank you guys. Smart to Death, Tag Me In Bro. There's probably about 10 more of you, and I'm blanking on your names right now. Sorry. But there's a lot of these guys that are real, supportive, and they have a pretty big community. Like a lot of these wrestling podcasts.
The wrestling,
and I feel bad because I have not watched wrestling in the better part of a decade, and
it's okay. I got you.
I was gonna say, yeah. See, I'm the anime half of this, and DJ Melly Mel is the wrestling half of this. Yeah, so
I bet you we could cash in on that when that pay-per-view comes.
Honestly, yeah, no, like people are all about the wrestling podcast. Like they about that life.
The WWE Nation is very extensive.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And if we can wiggle our way in there, yeah. Note to self,
right?
Because I'm going to be watching the pay-per-view anyways.
There you go. See, yeah, no. So you can totally talk about them. Okay, guys, no one wants to hear anything.
That's what we're going to do. All right, note to self.
I was going to say, our listeners are already turning this off. They're like, these motherfuckers ain't got shit to talk about.
Do we ever, though?
I know. You're here just for the personalities, trust. You don't really care about what we're
That's what we get in our comments. Oh, they work well together.
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah. And shout out to everybody who's left us a review on iTunes. Guys, if you're listening to us on iTunes, click 5 stars. Go ahead and give us a rating. Say how handsome Michael sounds and how, beautiful DJ Melly Mel sounds. And,
thank you.
We just have these soothing voices. Like, my wife gave birth while listening to one of their shows. Like, it was a beautiful thing. My child came into this world and the first thing they heard was Mike C. Squared talking about symbiote foreskin. So, yes. As they cut off my child's foreskin, he was listening to him talk about symbiote foreskin. So there you go. Anywho, Yeah, we have definitely gotten off the rails.
That's all right.
But,
it's our show. We can do what we want.
Sure, yeah. I would say we're still in that sweet spot. Might not be for much longer though.
Well,
but anyway, so but I think one of the reasons why Brooklyn Nine-Nine did get picked up, they're probably like, "Damn, is that what we were talking about, Brooklyn Nine-Nine?" It's like, yeah, I know, right? We got all the way back around. I said we always go on tangents, but we bring it back.
Yep, always.
It's like a boomerang. It just keeps coming back.
I like that. Yeah. See, look at you thinking on the fly.
Yeah. Anyway, I think that the reason that Brooklyn Nine-Nine got picked up so quickly was because that show was made by Universal Television.
Okay.
And Universal Television is a sister company of NBC.
Okay.
So it's kind of all in-house shit. So they're like, hey, man, you're with our same, umbrella of companies, like we might as well, because a lot of times studios will make a show and then have a different network distribute it. So it's like, it's a Universal show, but Fox is who puts it out.
Okay.
Just like Gotham is a Warner Brothers show, but Fox airs it. Yeah. So.
See, I don't know that much about Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
It's just like a comedy.
Yeah, it's like a comedy cop show, right? Yeah. I've seen a couple. Like previews for it, and it looks okay. Not, I'm gonna rush out and watch it right away.
Sure.
But not, I wouldn't never watch it. It just, I have so many shows that I watch.
Yeah, we have an embarrassment of riches. There are too many options of entertainment.
There really are.
So yeah. So yeah, I know somebody's probably like in South Africa listening to this, like, fuck off. It's like, oh, your life is so hard. All these TV shows and all these superhero movies that you got to watch. Mm-hmm. Like, how can you ever? It's like, I'm trying to keep motherfuckers from cutting my goddamn head off with a machete right now, and y'all bitches on here talking about Batman.
Hey, we recognize the struggles too.
Yeah, the struggle is real.
Definitely not entitled.
No, by no means.
By any
Trust
means.
me, we are low budget as shit. if one of these days I keep making a joke, I'm gonna like Instagram like our recording setup. And I'm like, oh yeah, okay, it's a lot.
We should.
Yeah, it's a lot lower tiered than what I imagined. Anyway.
Yes. Moving on, because we got more to add.
13th tangent complete. For all intents and purposes, I feel that Brooklyn Nine-Nine will hopefully do good on NBC. They have a really hardcore fan base that really love this show. Mm-hmm. Excuse me. And they are pretty consistently watching. So
okay, well that's good.
They'll have a core fan base that they know will watch, and not only that, NBC ain't got a whole lot of fucking comedies anyway. So it's like they need.
I don't think
something
NBC
on there.
has any.
Is The New Girl on NBC? I don't know. Tweet at me and at Giant Leap for Geeks on Twitter and let me know if fucking NBC has The New Girl or what network that show is on. Anyway, we're done talking about that shit. Moving on. So I loved the first season of this show. Unfortunately, DJ Melly Mel was not able to see the first season of Luke Cage, but I, Mike C. Squared, did, and I love that shit. I love the first half of Luke Cage. The second half, when they changed villains, when they went from Cottonmouth to Diamondback, these word names are going to be Cottonmouth, Diamondback, and Bushmaster. These are the villains of the Luke Cage universe.
Snakes.
Right. They didn't they when they switched from Cottonmouth to Diamondback, they didn't do a really good job fleshing out Diamondback, and we had just gotten to like a crescendo with Cottonmouth to where they were really fleshing out his character and really giving him some depth, and then they killed him off. And then the rest of the season, there's a new villain who you've never seen, and he's like, who is this fucking asshole? Anyway, the trailer for season 2 of Luke Cage came out, and it looks really good, but after Iron Fist and the Defenders, I'm kind of over the Marvel Netflix shows at this point. I've kind of drawn a line in the sand, and I was like, don't cross this if you bullshit. I'm like, do not make me watch some more trash. Like, I still have not finished the second season of Jessica Jones, and spoiler alert, it's not all that great so far. It really ain't. The first season was awesome. I love the first season of Jessica Jones. Like, the whole shit with her and the Purple Man or Kilgrave, whatever his name was, that shit was cool as shit. But this season, not so much. there's some things about it that I really like, and then there's a lot of other things where I'm just like, oh, this is just dragging. But that aside, for the most part, Luke Cage was pretty good. I'm not going to hold the Defenders and Jessica Jones and Iron Fist over him. That's not his fault. That's whoever the showrunners of those shows fault.
Right.
That being said, from the trailer, it looks like they're trying to make it more fun and action-packed, because Luke Cage was a really good show, but it was really slow. It was really character-based and drama-heavy. So there wasn't a lot of fighting and explosions. When there was, they were pretty mediocre, to be honest with you. Like, I never liked the fight scenes in Luke Cage. It was more about the story itself.
So now they're trying to amp it up a little bit.
Yeah, it looks like they're trying to kind of inject some steroids into it and get it, going.
Get it some beef.
Yeah, Misty Knight is finally getting her mechanical arm. Thank you, because after the whole first season of Luke Cage, by the last couple episodes, she gets shot in the arm, and you're like, oh, this is how she's going to get it. And then by the end, she goes to the hospital, and they have to amputate her arm, and they're talking about, like, hey, I know a guy who works for Stark Industries, and they got some mechanical shit, and yada yada. Keep trying to tie it into the Avengers and all that, even though they're never going to show up in these shows.
No.
But she doesn't have the arm in the Defenders. When she shows up in that, she still doesn't have one. She doesn't finally get one until this season of Luke Cage. So, why are you making that face?
Because she has a mechanical arm. Bucky has a mechanical arm.
Ooh.
See what they're trying to do there?
And I believe, they're opposing arms. It's her right arm and his left arm.
Yeah.
Oh, they can, like...
Yep.
Finger and jerk each other off with their mechanical arm.
Well, damn, I wasn't going to go there. But
I was going to. You had
to
know I was going to. All you just hear is servos and gears and shit. Oil.
Just make sure you got that gear lube.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, moving on.
Autobots roll out. Sorry for people who have those audio things. Sorry.
Oh my god.
They're like, this is the worst episode.
No, this is not.
No, by no means. The first episode is probably the worst episode I've ever done. But I was trying.
No,
Sorry.
The one that we did over Skype was probably the worst episode.
Oh, the Black Panther review. Yeah, I almost feel like we need to go back and redo that and do it justice, but we're not going to. So whatever. It's in the past. Hey, you can decipher mostly what DJ Melly Mel is saying.
Yeah, you cleaned it up quite nicely.
Yeah, I tried to at least. But anyway, the one of the things about this that looks really interesting is that the villain in this, Bushmaster, he's like some kind of Jamaican sounding dude. And he's like, Harlem is mine now. And I was like, ooh, shit.
Well, that kind of sounded Arnold-y.
I don't know what the fuck is wrong with my accents. I really don't. I should really stop doing them. But some people find them amusing, so there you go. But it looks like they're trying to make Luke Cage a bit more cool in this one, because you didn't see the first season, but in that, and this is just how his character is in general, he's a corny ass motherfucker. Like, he's this big ass black dude that's bulletproof. That should be the scariest thing in the fucking world for some people, but
especially if you live in Flint.
Right. I was gonna say he's big, black, and bulletproof. Fuck. But one of the things with him is he's really corny. He says shit like, instead of like holy shit or fuck, he'll be like sweet Christmas, and you're like, what the fuck did you just say?
That's my kind of guy.
Yeah, so but in this one, it seems like, and he could just be kind of putting on a face for the show, because the trailer kind of insinuates that he's making a reality TV show, because in the comics, he gets in this group called Heroes for Hire.
Okay.
Which they basically are not private investigators, but just superheroes for hire. It's
so
like, hey,
Kick-Ass who's actually getting paid.
Right. It's like, hey, you got a problem? It's like, hey, pay me and we'll go fuck this shit up. Yeah, pretty much, which, is kind of shitty, because if you think about it, it's like, okay, you got powers and can do all this shit and help people, and you asking them to pay you to do it? It's like, yeah, I don't know. So in this, it doesn't seem like they're kind of going that route. That seems kind of exploitative.
Okay.
So they're like, okay, well, what can we give him to do, financially and stuff like that? And everybody knows who Luke Cage is in Harlem, and they know he has powers and stuff. He's like, make a reality TV show about me fighting crime and shit.
Right.
So it seems like that's what they're kind of trying to do. So he could be playing up this attitude specifically for his show that he's doing. But when you first see Luke, this truck blows up and he comes out and he's on fire and he's patting himself off and shit. And he's like, hey, yo, I'm Luke Cage, motherfucker. Like, okay, he doesn't say the motherfucker part, but he's all like, hey, yo, I'm Luke Cage. You know where to find me. And I'm like, you didn't act like that in the first season. He's all sweet Christmas and shit. And it's like, oh, Lord. But, I mean, I'm all about Luke Cage. Like, I didn't care for what they did with the villain and all that stuff, but the actor Mike Coulter, the whole way through his first season and through the Defenders, like, he was one of my favorite parts of that show. So yeah, I'm excited for this. And I feel bad because you haven't seen it, but
I mean, the second season looks pretty good.
Yeah.
If I ever, can get back into watching,
right, get on the Netflixes. And
yeah,
catch up with like a billion shows.
I'm telling you, that list of movie.
I was gonna say,
movies,
there's so much shit that's current that you ain't seen yet, and you trying to go back and watch all the superhero movies that were ever made. Like, you ain't never finna get caught up with shit.
113 hours. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, no,
and that's
shit.
just the movies.
Yeah,
that's not comic books. That's not cartoons. That's not
and
animated
not only
series.
that, but these are only like the main
not
character
the
movies. These aren't like I said, Spawn and Blade.
Nope.
I bet you Blade's not.
Blade was on there. All three of them.
How the fuck Blade is? Well, I guess Blade is a Marvel
like Blade.
character. Yeah, but Blade's a Marvel character. So
he is Marvel.
Sense. Okay.
And it has Ryan Reynolds in it, who starred in a DC
Fuck
and
off.
a Marvel movie.
Yeah. Fuck off with that bullshit, though.
Hey.
That is... Ryan Reynolds is funny in that movie.
He's hilarious.
But that movie itself is shit. Like, the villain... It's Dracula, and it could have been cool, but they fucked it up.
I liked it.
The best part of that whole movie, though, is
Jessica
when...
Biel with her freaking bow.
No.
Yes.
That was cool, too. But the best part of that whole movie is not even a fight scene. It's the scene where they have Ryan Reynolds locked up and Triple H is beating the shit out of him. Which, sidebar, Triple H is in that movie too, and it's
with some silver teeth.
Yeah, but which made absolutely no sense because the silver was like deadly to him. Didn't he like punch him in the mouth and it got into his gums or something, and then it like fucked him up or something?
No, he was getting garlic in his...
Oh, okay.
Like when he punches him, and that scene where Triple H is like, he can't breathe. There's been garlic that's been thrown through the AC unit.
Okay.
But maybe they weren't silver. Maybe they were like fake silver.
Maybe. They're like, damn, these motherfuckers is talking about Blade 3? Like, where is this going? Like, I know, guys. Sorry. The funniest scene in that movie, or the best scene in that movie, is when he's locked up and they're torturing him, and the lady comes up to him and she's saying something to him, and he goes,
"It's in my butt cheek."
No, he's like, "And your hair is ridiculous." I was like, I don't know why, and you have to see the movie to get it, because her hair did look fucking just absurd. And
it kind of looks
the
like
fact
Anne
that
Burrell.
he commented on it, I was like, that's awesome. Anywho, so Luke Cage, yay. Excited?
Yes.
All right. Damn, I did not catch, though, when it was coming out. It's got to be within the next few months here.
I'm sure.
Because like we said before, Netflix is pretty good about not putting out trailers until it's pretty close to coming out. It's just like, it's probably on right now.
I think it'd be beginning of June.
Okay. That would make sense. Okay, and then on to your final story.
Yes.
God damn it. I tried to remember how to say it, and I'm going to fuck this up. Well, now you get to hear another one of my bad impressions. It's going to be you and me, Morty. 100 years, Morty. 100 years of Rick and Morty. RickandMorty.com. Rick and Morty for 100 years. Rick and Morty, 100 more Rick and Mortys. Yeah. So anyway, Rick and Morty has been renewed for 70 more episodes.
Good Lord.
This show has only been doing 10 episode seasons so far. So if that's the case, we have 7 more seasons of Rick and Morty to look forward to. Now, hopefully they amp up some of the episode numbers per season and get these things out, because I swear to God, they took a hiatus between season 2 and season 3.
Okay.
Or is it season 1 and season 2? Either way. It was between a season break, and I swear it was almost 2 years before the next season came.
Oh, hell.
And I was like, don't start pulling this shit, because they did this shit with Attack on Titan, and I'm like, I'm not finna wait. Like, I won't care. When it comes back, I won't care. Like, I'll care, but I'm not gonna be excited, and I'll watch it when I'm ready to watch it. Yeah. Like, I'm not gonna tune in and get you your ratings and shit, because you made me wait 2 years for another fucking season of TV.
Right.
But the creators of the show like made a video and like posted something on Twitter, I do believe. Yeah, so I'm getting this from Polygon.com. It says Rick and Morty isn't going anywhere anytime soon. Co-creator Justin Roiland, that's his name, or Roiland, tweeted a drawing of the show's titular characters announcing the Adult Swim has ordered 70 new episodes. That works out to be 7 more seasons, if they do, based on the show's history of 10-episode seasons. 70 episodes will bring Rick and Morty to more than 100 episodes. That means the series can be syndicated. It's a big move for Adult Swim, and one that other networks like FX have also done in the past. Roiland didn't say anything about when the 4th season will premiere or how the new episodes will roll out, but this announcement should leave Rick and Morty fans happy. And he just had a drawing. It says May 10th, 2018, Rick and Morty, 70 more episodes. And it's Rick saying to Morty, it's official, Morty, 70 more adventures, Morty, you and me, 70 more, Morty. And then Morty's just saying, oh, geez. Now, for those of you who've been living under a rock for the last few years, Rick and Morty is a show on Cartoon Network, on Adult Swim, that is basically a parody of the Back to the Future movies. Rick is Doc Brown, Morty is Marty. And they go on misadventures and crazy shit happens. And it oh my God. I can't even describe how crazy that show gets. Like, there's a Purge episode, like the Purge movies, where they go to a planet where they purge every year and they have to kill a bunch of people and shit. There's episodes where they completely fuck up the world so much to where they have to literally go to Earth 2 and destroy the first Earth. So all their family and friends that they ever knew, they had to, it was like a mutation thing. Everybody died. They had to leave that Earth, go to a new Earth, and then kill the versions of themselves on that Earth so they could live there and not have a conflict of interest. And then the show continues from there. And I think, pretty sure that happens in like the first season. Now, it gets brought up again and addressed a few times, but from then on, all the characters, the supporting characters that you see are not the characters that you started with. They're still the same people, but those original versions are dead. These are just Earth 2 versions of them. So, yeah, and just all kind of, I mean, they make universes inside universes and just all kind of shit. Like, it's crazy, but it's fucking hilarious. It is fucking... I know.
Sounds like a good show to watch when you're stoned.
Oh, God. I'm sure it would be.
I'll have to ask my friends.
Seamus, tell us. Famous Seamus. Yes. If you have not watched Rick and Morty, or if you have, tell us what it is like when you're baked out of your mind. I would love to hear you go on about. See, hey, I might be even giving you material for an episode. There you go.
We should have him guest star on that episode.
On the Batman?
No. On when he talks about Rick and Morty.
Oh, okay.
Have him come on and just
maybe we can work something out.
Talk about Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
While he's stoned.
We'll make you a deal you can't refuse. I won't do the accent.
I make you an
again.
offer that you cannot refuse.
Oh, you better not never say nothing about my fucking accents again.
Hey, I never claimed to be good.
Because I don't know why the Godfather just turned into fucking Mario. All of a sudden, don't spit that water out. You better swallow that shit. Sorry, guys. I'm killing DJ Melly Mel again. There you go. Breathe. There you go. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, guys, get excited because I'm all about the Rick and Morty train. So if we can get 170 more episodes out of this shit, I'm all about it. But I do appreciate that they're not gonna rush it, because people want it like right now. Mm-hmm. But these guys are perfectionists. They try to take their time and they don't want to just do a cash grab. It's like, hey, we know it's popular. Yada yada. We could just phone it in and just put out some bullshit, but we take pride in our product. Mm-hmm. And we want to make sure we put out the best thing possible for our fans. So, more power to them. Sorry that DJ Melly Mel doesn't have any input on the last two things, but she hasn't seen them, which is fair. I haven't seen a bunch of shit either. And apparently, once we turn into the wrestling cast, I won't have anything to say, so it'll be fine. No.
And it's all right. We each have our different bridges that we can kind of tie in the show, so all is well.
For sure. But it's that time again for America's #1 show, Dumb Shit of the Week. That's right. Dumb Shit of the Week is the show where you, yes, you, submit your findings of dumb shit and we talk about it. Want your submission on the show? Find us on Twitter at Giant Leap, 4 Geeks, or you can email us at officialoglfg@gmail.com. Now here's your host, DJ Melly Mel.
Thank you. Okay, so our dumb shits of the week, we actually had 2 submissions. First off, we're going to take a shout out to Trisha and Shauna on Twitter at the number 2 girls on a bench, and also on iTunes, number 2 girls on a bench. They sent in the missing socks. Mm-hmm. Everybody has that basket of mismatched socks where you don't want to make the match to it, and that's their dumb shit of the week submission. So that big ass pile of socks that they had were their dumb shit.
Which I don't think I was quite clear enough when I asked for submissions for dumb shit of the week. But thank you, Trisha and Shauna. I love you ladies. I do appreciate you participating. But that wasn't quite really what I meant. More so dumb things that you've seen other people doing or that are in the world, which, hey, totally fine. I'll take this one. But with that being said, they sent us a picture of a basket full of socks. And I thought it was just regular clothes until I looked closer. And I was like, oh, shit, this is socks. So they have a basket with probably 9 billion pairs of socks in it. And I'm pretty sure if you just started going through those, you could just mate some of them bitches together and call it good with that. Like, hey, they don't all have to be the exact same match, but it's like,
close enough.
I got 2 black socks. One got a pink stripe, one don't. Fuck it. I got 2 black socks. Like, that's good enough. But I will say, at my own personal home, I do have a small pile of socks that do not have their significant others, and they need a mate, and I am waiting to discover their mates. We've been on Tinder and, all kinds of things.
Farmers only.
Right, trying to hook, Christian singles mingle or whatever the fuck. Yeah, anyway.
And you know what's funny is
that joke
I never match my socks, ever. They all have matches.
DJ Melly Mel's boyfriend will attest to this.
Yes.
She does not.
Recently, I was really annoyed or pissed off about something, home alone, and so I just started cleaning stuff. And I went through the entire pile of socks that I had that were not matched up, and I went ahead and matched most of them. Excuse me, now I do have probably 6 pairs that are matched with something similar.
Sure.
But they're not the exact matches.
Sure.
And those are kind of hanging out. I was hoping to maybe find them. If not, I'm just going to end up throwing them back in the in the drawer without a match anyways. So I understand the not matching, but I also understand the matching.
Yeah, I cannot live in a world where I don't have matching socks. I'm sorry.
You know what? I used to not be able to. I had really hardcore OCD about matching my socks and making sure that I never put them in the dryer, so I'd always hang them up, so I'd always have the match. And then within the last 5 years, I stopped caring about it. We can attest that to my boyfriend, so.
He's just throwing socks out the thing, let it go, let it go. Oh, that's the second reference we've made to Frozen on this show. Wow. No more Frozen references. No more.
Ugh.
Never again.
No.
Stop it.
But, well, speaking of butts, our second submission came from the More Gooder Than podcast at MGT Podcast on Twitter, and you can also find them on their website, mgtpodcast.com. They sent in a submission this week for Dumb Shit of the Week. Glitter butts. Now, I swear that this sounds like a horrible porno, which it may be somewhere. That's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about something that kind of references a comic book thing. Well, because off mic, Mike and I had discussed how Mystique wears this blue paint, and the glitter butts is kind of similar to something that Mystique does. People are taking sequins and glitter and painting their butts with sequins and gluing sequins and glitter onto their butts. Now, this started in Britain, and it's a British thing that a lot of people are doing to go to, say, Comic-Con, or they're doing it to go to music festivals. When I first saw the picture, it looked like something that would be at Woodstock, something out of the 60s. So I'm not sure if this was a trend that was previous and then somebody brought it back. But it literally is, you can either wear a thong or panties or however you see it. Or, you know, just go full commando and paint your butt with some glitter and some sequins. I kind of thought it looked pretty cool. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, thank you guys, the More Good Than podcast. But honestly, I was like, it's weird, not necessarily dumb per se, but I'm like, I will not complain about naked women walking around with bedazzles shit on them. Like,
right.
Hey, if you fell into a bucket of, what are those things called that you used to get when you were a kid? Where you could like make crafts and shit with it, and you had all the little fake rubies and stuff, and they had like little glue guns.
Bedazzler?
No, it was something else. Whatever. Just look, man. If you fucking crashed your car into the side of a fucking Hobby Lobby or some shit, and then came out covered with jewels and shit, it's like, hey, I'm not gonna complain about that,
right?
But you need to Google glitter butts, because us describing it is not doing it justice. Like, if you remember that picture Kim Kardashian took where she was like painted all metallic-y and shit and she was naked, think of that, but just with like rhinestones and glitter and shit. Basically is what it is. But we have still not even gotten to the best part, because there is a flip side to glitter butts.
Right. It is disco tits.
No, say it again.
Disco tits.
Yes, you heard right, boys and girls.
It is a very similar concept. They take the glitter and the body paint and rhinestones and glue it onto their boobies. Mm-hmm. And they're walking out in public like this. Again, started in Britain. It reminds me very much of a Woodstocky kind of feel, cosplay, anything like that. I saw it, and that was my first thought. I'm like, how is that any different than, Mystique at cosplay?
Sure,
but
sure.
That's the inner geek in me.
And I feel like this would be something that you would see, like, in an equivalent for like the United States would probably be something you'd see at like Times Square or in Vegas, or something
Vegas
like that.
For sure.
As a matter of fact, one of my coworkers, she just came back from a trip in Vegas, and she said that there was so many naked women like all over
New
the place.
Orleans,
yeah,
for Mardi Gras, anything like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Mardi Gras. Yes, that's another one. That would
New
actually
Orleans
be
Mardi
probably...
Gras, not small town Mardi Gras. There's a difference. We'll go into that later. Anyways, yeah, it's like a I don't know, a form of not wearing clothes but still being covered.
Sure.
I'm with you. I didn't see anything. It's weird, but I wouldn't necessarily knock it, I guess.
Yeah, it's like, hey, no one's going to tell you not to. Again, I fully and wholly support anybody who wants to get butt-ass naked for any reason and do anything. So please, well... Maybe not everybody, but most people, I'm pretty forgiving. It's all good.
In trying to research for this, we Googled glitter butts, which of course brought up the article and the pictures right away. Now, we did a Google search for disco tits, and that brought in some interesting responses.
Titties.
There is a Scandinavian, or do you remember what ethnicity this woman was, where she was from?
Oh, I think she says it was, I think
Scandinavian.
Yeah.
Possibly, but don't quote me on that. And her name is Tovlo.
Not Toblo.
Not
like Toblerone.
Similar, very
close,
similar.
But not quite.
The way that she says it is very similar to Toblerone. Mm-hmm. But the person in the video with her calls her Tovlo. It's spelled Tovelo with a space in between. So, she has a music video called Disco Tits.
Though, real quick, I was really disappointed in that video because at no point did I see any disco tits. There was no body painted glitter or anything. In
there
that
was
video.
a bra with some hearts over the nipples, but that
shit
was
don't count.
No.
And she didn't put like disco balls on her titties or nothing, like something obvious and
I'll say she had some
stupid.
crazy nipple action going.
Yeah, I was gonna say the girl was hot. Toblerone, she's sexy.
Now, this video is not intended for children by any means.
No.
She's driving down the car and she's getting ate out by a Muppet.
Yeah.
And then it flashes to a scene of her in a very, very short white top in a restaurant.
No bra.
No bra. And her and this Muppet.
Very cold in that.
Very, very
restaurant
cold.
Too. Yeah.
This Muppet and her get into a screaming bitching match where they're throwing stuff at each other and be like, fuck you, well, fuck you too, kind of thing. And then it flashes to a scene of her and the Muppet at a hotel room, very cheap, very pay by the hour kind of thing. And she's getting ate out again by the Muppet.
Yeah. First it was Roadhead, then Hotel Head. Yeah.
The second time when she is in the hotel room, she has less clothing on than when she was getting the Roadhead. So she's got just a bra and some panties on. And then there are scenes towards the end of the video where the Muppet turns into this long-haired, grungy-looking guy. He looks like he walked straight out of a Nirvana video. And he's
like, rape me. I'm like, what the fuck?
It flashes the Muppet. The Muppet turns into the guy. Like, so the scene flashes back to her in the hotel room getting the head.
Yeah, and it was the guy.
And it's the guy now, not the Muppet. And then it flashes back to her getting the Roadhead in the car.
Is that supposed to just be that's how she sees him?
That could be.
Okay.
The Muppet makes a reference of, I left my job so that we could do this as they're driving down the road. I'm not sure. It was really kind of weird to follow.
Yeah. The video was probably the dumbest thing this week that we saw as opposed to
agree.
the other dumb things.
I
which
agree.
is funny because we found that trying to research disco tits in the first place.
This video was not intended for children. We're just going to put it that way. If you dare to...
If you're listening to this show, anything we bring up is probably not going to be intended for children.
If you dare to Google disco tits, it's the first video that pops up on YouTube. Mm-hmm. It's got a little yellow Muppet and a blonde-headed, big-titted chick.
Whoa.
Well, I guess they weren't big tits. I guess they're like average, but whatever. She starts off in like an 80s talk show wearing a jacket and some jeans talking to a Muppet. Mm-hmm. So if you find a video with the image or a thumbnail of that, then you've got the right video. Go ahead, check it out. Maybe you'll see something we didn't, but yeah, that was probably the stupidest thing that takes the cake right there.
Yeah, for sure. But my thing would be just like a final thought on the whole glitter tit, disco tit glitter butt thing is it made sense to me that it happened in, over in Europe because it's like they're a lot less sexually uptight than we are, like than their American counterparts. Like for whatever reason, we are so weird and shit about sex and nudity and all that kind of shit. To where they just like, man, we don't fucking care. Like, as long as you ain't fucking in front of like an elementary school or something, you can do whatever the fuck you want to do. But yeah, no. So that was our dumb shit of the week. And remember, guys, if you have anything that you come across that you hate, friends are doing, some shit that you saw on a Facebook post, just something you came across on Reddit, just anything at all that you saw and was just like, wow, that's dumb. Go ahead, submit it to us. Jesus Christ. Either way, you can just send us a DM on Twitter. Remember, we are at Giant Leap, the number 4 Geeks. Or if you want to email it to us, it's official OGLFG@gmail.com. Either way, we are making this show about you guys. So whatever dumb thing that you come across that you want us to talk about, let us know, and we'll put it on the show.
You could also send it directly to me at DJ Mellymel, or DJ Mellymel, at Froggy Beaver. I always welcome dumb shit of the week DMs. That's cool.
Right. No dick pics.
No. If I see a dick pic, that's it. You're dead to
That's
me.
all you're getting. Yeah, I just want you to know that. They're going to be like... the subject is going to say, like, you know, dumb shit of the week, and it's going to be like dick pics all underneath. Anyway, so, yeah, guys, that's it for the show. I had to think, I'm like, do we have anything else? Like, no, you guys are probably...
I didn't think of anything else.
Nah. That's it for the show. Remember, you can always find us at our home, onegiantleapforgeeks.libsyn.com, or on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play Music, Stitcher, TuneIn, or anywhere else you get your podcast. Make sure to go ahead and show us some love. So go ahead and like, subscribe, rate, follow, review, all that shit.
And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, or you just want to say hi, you can always email us at officialOGLFG@gmail.com. You can find us on Twitter at Giant Leap, 4 Geeks. We're on Facebook, Reddit, Pinterest, Tumblr, Instagram. All you have to do is search for One Giant Leap for Geeks. All right. You guys have a good night. Bye.